Dear members, participants, and attendees, welcome you all to the 13th Annual General Meeting of IAHC 2018. To the sun-kissed beaches of Goa, I am Magli Gracious, who will be your host for today's evening. IAHC is an association formed by the owners of hallmarking centers, which are approved by Bureau of India Standards (BIS). This is the only association working at pan-India level for the benefits of its members. In 2004, the hallmarking centers needed a regulatory body to look after various challenges faced by its members. After 2 years, in 2006, IAHC was finally formed to look after its members. Since then, the association has added 400 plus members and is still growing. IAHC has worked to support its members in various aspects of hallmarking centers, like communicating new government policies, supporting development of new centers, familiarization of various stakeholders in the industry. Not only that, IAHC has also worked with various technical associations to bring new technology in hallmarking and upgrading overall quality of hallmarking centers. In all, IAHC has always worked to create a healthy working environment for its members. With this, we inaugurate the 13th AGM 2018. So now, we call on stage the executive members for the inauguration ceremony by lighting of the lamp. The President, Mr. Harshad Ajmera, the Secretary, Mr. Ashwin Jain, the Treasurer, Mr. Basandraj Mehta, Ishwar Jalan, Mr. Santosh Saluke, Mr. Abhishek Nikam, Mr. Vivek Sojitra, Mr. Sharad Kansara, Mr. Uday Shinde, Mr. Jerish NK, Mr. Lalit Jain, Mr. Maulik Shah, Mr. Gurpreet Aluwalia,
गणनायकाय गणदैवताय गणाध्यक्षाय धीमहि गुणशरीराय गुणमण्डिताय.
The current logo is close to our sentiments, but with a changing trend, we also need to change. Change is constant and we must keep changing as well. Now put your hands together for the new logo.
Association of Hallmarking Centers is an amalgamation of four guiding lights. The radiant pink stands for the purity that we strive for tirelessly. In all our works, purity is never compromised ever. Our dedication to hallmarking standards is what defines us in yellow color. We work so that we never waver even by minor test difference in our commitment to standards. This is followed by our impeccable work ethic, which is encapsulated by green. Our relentless work ethic is what distinguishes us, and our each endeavor is bolstered by an unforgiving discipline. All this is powered by an insatiable, incorruptible, and unending passion. Our passion burns bright like the yellow flames and burnishes us into the epitome of professionalism, per ardua ad astra. The four arrow depicts the four directions, and the space between them indicates that we have always space to welcome new members and new thoughts. Indian Association of Hallmarking Centers.
The EC members, advisory committees and state coordinators of the IAHCs are the strong pillars of this association. Let's watch their introduction on screen. have helped us to organize this great event. Let's welcome them all. Let's begin with the Fisher's Measurement Technology India Private Limited, which will be welcomed by Harshad Ajmera. Now, Mr. Ashwin Jain will be welcoming Ashleen Chemunur Instruments Private Limited. Now, Mr. Basandraj Mehta will be welcoming Exit Private Limited. Now, Mr. James Jose will be welcoming Nucleus Analysis Private Limited. Now, Mr. Sharad Kansara will be welcoming Sahara Jana. Mr. Vivek Sojitra will be welcoming A&D Instruments India Private Limited. Mr. Uday Sindhi will be welcoming Macroots. Now, Mr. Ishwar Jalan will be welcoming Microtech Instruments Cooperation. Mr. Girish NK will be welcoming Endeavour Instruments Private Limited. Mr. Santosh Saluke will be welcoming Sharpit Electric Company. Will be welcoming RP Enterprise. Mr. Maulik Shah will be welcoming Skytech. Harshad Ajmera will be presenting to Vedika Events.